Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got atctimmy playing the Tier 8 Russian battleship Lenin. Now this is a special battleship, I think is what they classify this as. Now what can I tell you about Lenin? Well, I think it's fair to say that Timmy probably had a pretty good game here, right? Send me the replay file. Taking a look at the matchmaking real quick. There are some serious torpedo threats. The U-190, any sub is potentially disastrous for a battleship. But you've also got the Lightning, Nostroshimy, Kitakaze, and Fletcher, and also a Buki. A Buki can have some long-range, very hard-hitting torpedoes. Now the Lightning doesn't have much range on the torpedoes. But it is still a very effective destroyer. Nostroshimy, well, I think it's one of the most well-rounded destroyers in the game, myself personally. Kitakaze, solid torpedoes, but really a gunboat. Fletcher, reasonably stealthy, very maneuverable, decent guns in tight, and hard-hitting torpedoes. They lack the range of some other DDs, but Fletcher's still a really great destroyer. And now, the Russian battleship line, just like the Russian cruiser line, can be pretty tanky, and I think Lenin is probably no exception. You just don't want to show broadside, so pushing into the center is a real risk. And as I'm watching this kind of move forward here, as we're a little over a minute and a half in, it looks like Timmy's he's going center, and he's going to maybe try and make use of the islands to protect himself against those big broadside shots that can citadel a Russian battleship into oblivion. Now the guns, I'll tell you a little bit about the guns here. These are 406s. They do, you've got the 3 turrets, each turret with 3 barrels, so you've got a total of 9 guns. And when you're taking a look at the way that the ship is configured, it's got all your guns. All your guns are up front, which is pretty ideally suited, right? I mean, you can go nose in. Kitakaze looks like he's trying to slow down, maybe to smoke, but he just pushed in too close and got himself flapped. Now here come the torpedoes. So it's going to be a question of whether Timmy can outmaneuver these torpedoes. It looks like he's going to. There is a gap there. Why did that guy sit there? It's World of Warships, I guess. So anyway, these are 3 turrets, 3 barrels per, so 9 guns, all of them up front. They do a maximum AP damage of 13,100 and maximum HE damage of 5,850, but with a 41% fire chance, which is pretty nice. As you can see, the HP on this ship is not great, but not terrible. 63,200 is where he started. But what else can I tell you? Secondaries, well, they're kind of blah. Not a whole lot there, really, in my opinion. They lack the kind of range that you're going to need to really ever put them to good use. And you can see that on the mini-map, right? Yeah, it's not terrible, but if you're getting in that close, you're probably putting yourself in a position where you're liable to get citadel, big broadside shots. AA, yeah, kind of meh. But maximum speed, 28.5 knots. Turning circle radius, 840. So it's a fairly maneuverable battleship. Now, submarine torps. And our hero just goes nose in, and you can see that it tanks things quite nicely. And that's going to hurt the Izumo. Yeah, that was a nice shot. Now, the the World of Warships wiki, here's what it says about pros, things that are positive about the ship. 360-degree beat turret, more flexibility when kiting compared to other designs with all forward guns. Excellent forward firing angles. That's another shot that's probably going to... If the shot can get off here, going to be close. Nope, decides to wait. And just going to hold the shot. Izumo's going to give him another shot here, I think. And this is probably going to be really, really bad for Izumo. I mean, he's angling out a bit, but still probably a really painful shot. Yeah, 25K. Yeah, that was a nice blap shot there. Okay, so excellent forward firing angles with all the forward guns. Good handling of guns with the turret traverse at 6 degrees per second, which is pretty fast. Reasonably stealthy, fast recharging damage control, 100mm icebreaker bow, which is going to really help when you stay nose in. It's going to really help you tank a lot. And resistant to HE with the thick deck and upper belt plating. Now the cons: penetration is low for the battleship. You know, the guns, they just lack a little bit of punch. What does that mean? Well, it means that it has less penetration than the Nagato, which is a tier 7, and even the West Virginia, which is a tier 6. But as you saw, there's plenty of penetration value when you get a broadside target. You just got to pick your targets carefully with this ship. And Timmy aimed a little high there, took out one of the Richelieu guns, and Richelieu's guns are all forward-facing too. So if you take out a gun on the Richelieu, you cut his firepower in half. It's got not a very good Sigma. It's worse than the Vladivostok. AA defense leaves much to be desired, it says. That's true of most ships, I think. Oh, North Carolina's liable to really get hurt here. Sitting at a 71-degree angle. That's just inviting some Citadel shots, and there it is. So another big shot from Timmy on the broadside North Carolina. And then the last con, you can run out of damage control party charges if improperly utilized. So you can see our hero still has 5. And that North Carolina is just begging to get blapped. Sitting at 70-degree angle, he's just trying to move forward, but it's way too late. And that shot is definitely going to hurt. And Timmy throws it in reverse, and he's going to be able to outmaneuver these torpedoes. Now, Magi finished out the North Carolina, so now Timmy's going to turn his attention to this Richelieu. Good guys have the Charlie cap, the bad guys have Alpha and Bravo, but you know, they're not getting any points because you got a Kagero in the Alpha cap with the Lightning. And we got Timmy sitting here in the Bravo cap. Now the Fletcher, he may make just a run straight at Timmy, kind of a YOLO run. But short of that, I think Timmy's got himself a good position here as he does a little bit of damage on the Richelieu. And it looks like Lightning's in trouble. Timmy says, "Oh, no you don't, sub. I'm going to go ahead and get some aircraft out there to try and take care of you." Lightning goes down. 90,000 damage and counting. Yeah, it's going to be close. I think he might survive this. Yeah, he's going to get away from... Yeah, that was really good positioning and good maneuvering at that position. Floods out the U-190. Really well done. Richelieu's in trouble here. Richelieu's guns are not very big. Talk about lack of penetration. Yeah. If you just came to the video and heard just that line, this is a World of Warships video, so if you're hoping for something else, you're in the wrong place. At this range, Richelieu's only hope here is a ram. And you can see that Timmy's just decided, no, that's not going to happen. He's thrown it in reverse. And I don't think the Richelieu's going to make it. Nope, he's gone. Amagi finishes him off. And this game is pretty firmly in the bag. Good guys have only lost 3 ships. Zeaton, Groningen, and the Salmon. Bad guys are down Izumo, North Carolina, Richelieu, Kitagaza, Lightning, U-190, and Ibuki's not in very good shape. There's a nice little chip shot on the Soyuz. Great job using this island, Timmy. Really, I mean, you maximized the potential of the island, not only against guns but against torpedo strikes. That was really fun to watch. Now this is the other Richelieu, but he doesn't have much of a chance either. And Timmy says, you know what, I don't think I'm going to push out there. We got a Fletcher and a Neustrashimi out here. I don't have any reason to push out there right now. I don't really feel like getting blapped. Here come the torpedoes. And it looks like Timmy's going to eat 1. He should survive it. Barely, but he did. And you can see that he's got the Uber commander on this ship, which increases the dispersion of the enemy ships for a little while and give him some HP back. And he's 10 seconds away from getting a heal as Jean Bar says nope to the Richelieu, and a broadside shot on a Sovietsky Soyuz. This is probably going to really hurt. Using the last heal, that's smart. Nice shot. And pretty much the next thing that gets sunk is going to end this game, because as long as it's one of the Reds. So I'm going to say right now, great game, Timmy, and thanks for sending the replay. This was fun to watch. And those of you joining me, I really appreciate it. What do you think? What do you think of the Lenin? What do you think of the way that Timmy played it? I think he did a great job. If you have the ship, I'd love to hear any thoughts that you have about it. And if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.
Союзники передают координаты важной цели. Торпеды прямо по курсу. Торпеды прямо по курсу.